Aquarius, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 23rd of January to the 29th of January. We're going to be going into your chakras and your aura as well, and then finishing off with a tarot reading. So without further ado, let's get straight on to your chakras. This is nice. I've only come across like root chakras that are really short and very solid, not really moving anywhere. There's a searching going on here at the moment, and this could be the fact that, oh yeah, by the way, happy birthday to those of you who have got your birthday in the first week of Aquarius. I do apologize. This is your birthday season, so this is where you're waking up. Your root chakra is really waking up to sort of like that transition from one period or one stage to another. So there is movement and light coming in there. There's still a lot of, it's very, very solid, but we can definitely perceive the movement of the sort of activation of what you want to be doing for this coming year. Let's have a look at your sacrum. That's very nice. It's quite big as well. I think the desires are going to be a prominent thing within you. It's going to be, to get things done, those desires, getting goals, moving on and starting on those plans for that, for the going future. Let's just see what goes on your plexus, your solar plexus. That's opening up as well. This is this whole sort of gradual transition from the autumn period into your winter period. And in the winter period, roots do tend to grow on trees. That's when they mainly grow. So then they've got enough roots for the coming seasons in the spring and summer. But here you've got on your solar plexus it's nice, it's solid, it's carrying quite a bit of weight. It's opening up like a crocus flower at the moment. It's really quite nice. Hasn't fully got to its full extension, as it were, because obviously it's tied to your birthday season as well, and it's tied to your birthday. So some of you have still got a little bit of your autumn left to go through. Some of you are going to be moving through your autumn period, but things are definitely opening up for you in many different angles of life. Let's just see what's going on in your heart chakra. There is emotions that are now starting to come to the surface, and I think these emotions here have been present for some time already within you, and finally they're coming to the surface where you're going to be able to express yourself a little bit easier, I think. Let's just see what's going on in your third eye and your throat chakra. Yeah, your throat chakra is larger than your third eye, which is to do with communication, basically. And communication doesn't necessarily mean speaking. It also means listening as well. It also means communicating with energy or communicating with spirits and our guides and stuff like that. That's what it's also very good at. So I would get into this communication side of life at the moment. It can be very inspirational to help you out in the pathway of what you should be doing this week. Let's just see what's going on in the crown chakra. Well, crown chakra's nice. It's beautifully shaped. There's not too much overthinking. You're not taking on too much from the outside world in regards to things. I think this is an investigation at the moment, what you seem to be doing. It's like you're exploring avenues to see how they work. It's like kind of like tasting things to see what you really like. But let's go back to that throat chakra and let's see what's going on there. This communication is setting your place or your position in life. It seems to be a position where it could be with your family, your friends and community. It just could be a social position. But I do think this has also to do with your work life as well. And I think it's like communicating ideas. You might be bringing forward a project to your job or to the company that you work for, or it could be for your business that you are setting up, and it's communicating about your business to the outside world. Maybe it's good to get on social media, that sort of thing, if that's what you need to do in order to get your business going. But whatever it is, it's communication. I think the communication is more, it's coming from you rather than the listening aspect. I think there's something that you need to explain to the world that is around you. It could be one particular person, but I got a funny feeling it's more than one person. Let's just see what's going on in your aura at the moment. And that communication could also be clairvoyancy as well. You might find that there's people that are around you, or situations that are around you, that are demanding a little bit more than they're giving. So there's not a fair exchange, and you might be realizing this at the moment with certain people that are around you, because there's a part of your aura that it's almost as if you got like a spirit attachment, really, more than anything else, and it seems to be sort of like sucking the life out of you in a way. It doesn't really do that. What it does is it makes you put in a particular position in your life that is uncomfortable to you, so then you feel like you don't have any energy. But it's the world outside which is forcing you into a position which you're not really happy with, and that's probably what the communication could be about. And I think you've got the right to turn around and sort of say, no, I don't want to be like that. You've got to stop that. Being straight with other people, I think, is a really good thing to do for you at the moment. Okay? There you go. Let's just have a look at what's going on your tarot reading. Let's see what's going on in the overall energies that are coming through for you. There's a lot of coming and goings at the moment, and more sort of goings than comings, I think. I think this is where you're going out and exploring things here. Don't hold on too tightly to the past. Don't hold on to the plan too tightly either. Leave room for maneuver in your life, I think, would be a very good bit of advice for you here. Look, we've got the past and the unknown future. This is that transitional moment that you're going through. It's always difficult to read collectively on a birthday season on a sign, simply because it depends on when you're actually born within your sign as well. But at the moment, it's a case of the transition from the old into the new. It's all about transition for you at the moment. Let's just see what's going on the on your karmic mission for your relationship side. Everyone seems to be very sociable, and I think your sociability at the moment is chosen. It's like you're being very precise of the interactions that you have with the world that is around you. It seems to be very precise. You're almost very, it could be that you've got to get out there and get involved, I think. I know the world's a little bit difficult, and I know, sometimes it's like we don't agree with everything that's going on in the world. I think everybody's like that. But here, it's your karmic mission here is within regards to your relationships, is get out there, get involved. You're going to find that it's actually, it's going to provide a lot of popularity for you more than anything else. So within your relationships around you this week, I would explore, get out there and get involved. Let's just see how the divine is trying to influence this. Okay, so there's an order or structure that you can bring to your relationships that are around you just by getting out there and getting involved. strength and order. Yeah, it is quelling those inner voices that may be self-sabotaging to you. And actually being, and that's what the universe is trying to encourage within you, to stop you from sort of saying, oh no, I don't think I want to go out, I don't think I want to see people. Go out and see people. Go out and explore among the world, because it looks like it's going to be a very favorable week for you. Let's just see what's going on how your guides are trying to influence this karmic message. They're opening lots of doors, like front doors. And I think this is where we come to the social sort of thing. Here we go. The here and now. That's what the Queen of Wands is all about. The Queen of Wands. And then you've got the Three of Pentacles. I think it is working with other people and learning about yourself. Learning to tame that sort of conflict that is within yourself. And a lot is being provided for you in order to give you a harmonious transition between the two. Miracles will happen. So a lot going on there for you, Aquarius. I'm going to leave just the Queen of Wands there, because I think that's mainly what it is about, is getting out there, getting passionate about, yourself, your connection with other people, being very sociable, being concentrating on the here and now, not trying to sort of like do too much, but connecting with people that are around you, basically. Let's just see how the conversation is going within you. There's no time like the present. It's got to make time. It's almost as if you're telling yourself, oh, I don't have time to do that. And I don't have time to go out see my friends. And I think you guys are sort of saying that's rubbish. You do have time. You've got to get out there. It's a choice. It's not complicated. It's a choice whether you do or not. And I think you've got to take that bandage off and see the things clearly. I think that's that inner voice there that the universe is trying to quell as well. That self-sabotaging sort of thing in regards to your relationships. Let's just see what's going on your financial sort of side, your jobs, your business and your projects. This is the karmic mission here. It's pushing through to the summit of your desires, basically. This is a hard section where you've got to, it's almost as if you go out walking and it's pretty easy walking. It's not really too steep and the inclines are not too difficult. But there is a section coming up where you've got to do a bit of a you've got to get in there and get stuck in order to get up that little bit of a summit, really, a bit of a height in it. Yeah, it's coming back to that idea that it's a transition from one period to another into your birthday season. This is where you've got to, it's like, get ready, go. You're off now. You got to do it. You got to motor. You got to get stuck into your career. You got to get stuck into your business or your projects. At the moment, I think this is what this new transition that I was talking about in the overall energy is happening for you. Let's just see how the universe is trying to sort of influence this. They're talking about the change that's happening in the world around us with the this could be the financial or the political system or even like the way we do things, and here they're sort of saying you've got to bring forward the human heart, the beating heart of the company, the beating heart of the situation, or how we do things. So there's a lot more passion in life rather than just a financial reward, basically. And you seem to be that messenger that's bringing it forward at the moment. Yeah, it's going to take a leap of faith. It's going to, it's going to be asked for you to sort of risk a few things, I think. Yeah, you don't risk your entire house on a turn of a card, but at the same time, I do believe it's good for you to actually sort of like provoke a little bit in the things that are around you, basically. I think that's going to be good, not only for you, but also for the place where you work, your business, or your projects. Let's just see how the guides are influencing this karmic path. There's preparation here, and I think this ties into the mid-January reading. And as I was saying, the things that are happening by the end of February, beginning of March, out of your season into Pisces season, and the guides here are preparing long-term goals for you, basically. That's what it seems to be preparing for you at the moment. Trying to organize your evident path of what you should be doing in life karmically, and what sort of message should you be bringing forward. I think it could be a case of procrastinating. There is a certain degree of that, but then that is because you're into your birthday season and you're going into that transition. But I think it's the evident path that you should be following. If it's evident for you and it's clearly works, then go ahead and do it, basically. Let's just see what how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. This seems to be in line with this, and it comes through here. I think with this Strength card and the Six of Wands, with that sort of footing as you go through that transition, here it's almost like the world may not necessarily be ready for what you're going to hear, but it's going to happen anyway. So regardless of whether they're ready or not, you've got to go ahead and do it and say it. There's that Three of Wands that comes back out again. I think we saw it earlier on. And it's coming through really quite quickly. I think this is where you have that position with that throat chakra to be that exchange in the world, that place of exchange. Where people come to you, they provide, they tell you ideas, and then you can then connect it with one person's idea with another person's idea and start saying, hey, look, you guys should be speaking to each other. That sort of thing. It's really, you seem to be the go-to person, as it were. Let's just see what's coming out this second week. Coming out at the end of this week, sorry. The overall outcome. Yeah, I think the Strength card plays out here a lot in the next couple of weeks. You've got to stay true to who you are. I think it's really important. And if you do, you're almost going to come out heads and shoulders above the rest. I do think there's a bit of a Tower moment. I didn't want to say, but because obviously I don't think it's nasty. I think it's basically people might have difficulty in understanding where you're coming from, because you've understood. And other people around you may not have understood that yet. And that may be that sorting out the old into the new and etc. I think you've got to go through that difficulty. It's like the Ten of Cups. Let's just put a couple of cards on what that Tower moment is all about. It seems to be you come out head and shoulders above the rest here. Three of Swords coming in. So it could be difficulty within that Ten of Cups. Exactly what I was saying. I think this is the difficulty that comes out. You're going to have to make some serious choices here going forward in regards to sort of relationships. And it could be sort of just simple sort of friends and family, of who you are, what you're doing. They may not quite understand it as yet, and that may create a bit of complication within life. But I think overall, I think that's where you're going. if you stay true to yourself. A difficult week, a week and a half coming up for you. Difficult week and a half coming up for you at the moment. But if you allow that throat chakra to come out and have that communication, I think you're going to come out smelling of roses, basically, in the going future. You're going to have reason on your side if you stay true to who you are and your inner vision. So there you go, Aquarius. Thank you very much for being here with us. That was your weekly reading from the 23rd to the 29th. Don't forget, in the meantime, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.